Hello everyone and welcome to the 60X Business Show. My name is Kitumaini and together with my guest we will have different conversations about business, entrepreneurship and life. This is the show you've been waiting for. Stay tuned. In today's conversation, I have an amazing entrepreneur. He's the founder of Africa Investment Portal, which is a Pan-African company that facilitates investments on the continent. And in the studio, he's named Jimmy Itanga. Jimmy, welcome to the conversation.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
How are you today?
Not bad. You're doing good. How are you?
I'm perfectly doing good. It's a pleasure for me to have you on the show. On the 60X, we'll be spinning the wheel and randomly we'll select a number. And
Okay.
from there, I'll ask you a question. Are you ready?
Perfect. That's fine.
Over to you. Whenever you're ready, you can spin.
Okay, let's go.
What's your lucky number?
My lucky number is 4.
Let's hope you will get your lucky number during the course of the show.
Let's see.
You just missed it.
Yeah, very
You got
close.
5.
Yeah.
Jimmy got number 5. Can you share with us more who is Jimmy? Growing up as a kid, what were your dreams and passion?
So Jimmy is, I grew up like normal kid with different aspirations. So changing aspirations. So coming from want to be a doctor, journalist, pilot, you know, changing as you grew up. Then I'm from a family we are 7. I have 6 siblings. So I grew up like, as I said, normal kid with different aspirations. But you know, when you grow up, then you find yourself and find your ways. Then as I grew up, then the ultimate goal was to be like free. By freedom, I mean to be free to do what you want, to be free to do what you wish to do. But this doesn't mean that it means you need to, you know, by being free, you spend the night and day sleeping and everything.
Yeah.
Being free, I mean by this, you know, free to do what you want to do, try and fail, and do again until you reach to the point where I feel like I am free, I made it somewhere.
Interesting. That's so amazing. And there are some viewers, if you don't join us on the show, my guest today is Jimmy. He's the founder of Africa Investment Portal. Jimmy, talking about African investments, can you tell us more about the work that you do and how the idea came to life?
So I have been before I create Africa Investment Portal. I used to work with a project management company for some time, about 6-7 years. Then I realized that there are some gap that need to be bridged somewhere. So the point was, when I looked at the market, so there is a point that came in my mind. It's like, what if someone wants to invest in Rwanda? How does the person get the information? Of course, we have RDB in charge of that, but they give kind of bigger picture. But I did a small survey to see how does it work. Then I realized that there is a problem. So if someone, let's say, someone is not in Rwanda, someone is a Rwanda diaspora, someone who is not based here, how does he get the information when it comes to investment? How does he know that there is a profitable business to invest in? Then I realized that most of the cases, the person asks the parent who is here, ask the siblings who are here, and they don't have time, you know, to do research and find out which really are these profitable businesses. And most of the cases give the reference to, let me give an example. You have a parent here or not here. You ask, where can I invest? He'll definitely tell you the idea from someone else that he knows. If someone is selling, let's say, I don't know, he has a small coffee, you say, okay, can you do this? But you understand that that is not how things should be normally. Then from there, we created the Africa Investment Portal. Of course, starting in Rwanda, but the ultimate goal is, of course, to facilitate all investment, not only in Rwanda, but in other African countries. Yeah, basically that's how the idea came, and this is how we started.
Okay, interesting. Let's spin the wheel for another round of the question. You got 5. What's your next lucky number?
Let's see.
You got 5. You spin again. 5 likes you today. to 5. Do we 6? As Jimmy said, there are a lot of challenges that businesses face, especially knowing where and how to invest. And of course, there are a lot of opportunities, and his company, they provide all this information, and they also connect investors to opportunities not only in Rwanda but other African countries. And talking about investments, what do you think are the challenges that SMEs and even bigger corporations they face both in Rwanda and on the continent when it comes to investment opportunities?
Yeah, SMEs and the bigger corporates. So just before that, let me just emphasize on one thing. So our model of investment is slightly different because we know no more models of investment like private equity or venture capital or even, let's say, fund management companies. We are not that. As the way we do it, it means we identify profitable business. We give you for you to run it. Yeah. So it means, you know, if it is private equity, so you may invest in company, but you are not going to be involved in it. Yeah. So, but our case is, we just together, sit together, we identify, basing also on what sector maybe you may need to invest in, what are your interests and everything. Then we come up with a very good business that fits you most, then we give it to you for you to run it. So when now it comes to, coming back to the question, so SMEs and everything, mostly when it is on the early stage of the companies, as I talked about this venture capitals and everything, I think in Africa we have a very serious problem of access to funding, mostly to support business growing up. So when it is through banks, you know, the process is very long. They need collaterals, they need EC, and most of entrepreneurs, they don't have those. We don't, if you have very serious this venture capital and private equity that works properly. So this is something that in most of the cases help entrepreneurs and business to grow, because you get private people who just say, okay, we can see, we trust your business, they inject in money, then work together. So this is something which is, we are not where we should be, I can say. But when I look at, for instance, the example of Rwanda, we have the case of KIFC, which is now here. Lately, I've seen that they have some fund coming up. They have $250 million US dollars that for this kind of to help, you know, entrepreneurs and businesses. So I think this, if we keep that way and we have other kind of private equity and venture capitals to help and assist these private businesses and SMEs, I think it is something that can really leverage on their businesses.
Okay, and I was browsing through your website, and there are specific industries that you offer investment linkage to a lot of industries that you're interested in. Can you shed some light on what's your top 2 industries that basically are more attractive to investments? Yeah. Can you share those, and what are the process for those businesses to get funding?
Yeah, yes, definitely. So if you look at the need in Africa, not only in Rwanda, they are almost the same. So we have a very serious need in investment when it comes to health sector. We have a need when it comes to agriculture, agri-processing, when infrastructure, and mining. So those 5 sectors are key sectors where, yes, in Rwanda, but also when you look at other African countries, this is the main key sectors that really need investors to come and inject their money and do business.
Okay. Interesting. And I remember sometimes this week when we were chatting and talking about business, I remember you told me there are some opportunities and linkage you provide to the people in diaspora. Can you shed some lights also? What opportunities that are there? What the process is from anyone outside of the continent who would like to maybe look for opportunities either in Rwanda or any other African country? How do you help them?
Perfect. Let me just take this opportunity also to address diaspora. I mean, people Rwandan diaspora based in Europe or US. I think what we do, we help them. So the process is very simple. Someone just sent us, let's say it may be a request through the email, info@africainvestmentportal.com, or even on Twitter. Then from there, we take it from there. It means we know exactly what you're looking for. We design a business that fits you. So it means it is like we have a discussion like consultation, like a doctor, sit with the doctor. So that you know, do you have a specific sector that you want to invest in? Do you have, how much is your budget? How are you ready to take risk? Because some people are different. Some people prefer to go say, okay, I want to invest, but I need minimum risk possible. That's when we design something which is in that line. Someone can be open, say, okay, give me whatever you think that can fit me according to this budget, according to this. So this is what we do. So the process is that way. People come to us. They reach out to us through email or through calls or through social media. Then we get in touch, then we help them. So we've been working with different people, not only in Rwanda as you said. We have different partners. So we have a partner who, you understand, when we help people across Africa, we have different regions. We have where they speak, let's say, Portuguese, like Mozambique or Angola. So we have the person, the managing partner who's there. French-speaking countries, we have a managing partner. English-speaking countries. So the remaining part is Arabic, and he'll be also joining very soon, so that we know those are key areas. But in each country, we have also a representative. So to make sure that whoever, you may be someone from Rwanda, and you want to invest, let's say, in Ethiopia, for instance. How do you do it? It's not that easy. But if you have a local assistance, it's much easier for you, because you know someone who knows where to knock, who knows how the processes are, because you understand that the culture is something which is very serious here in Africa. We have different culture, we have different ways of doing things. So you need someone. That's why we need someone who knows the sector and the field to help you. So you may be someone from Rwanda, and then you want to invest in Congo, in Nigeria. So we help people that way. Not only people from diaspora, but also local people who want to invest, let's say, in Central Africa. Let's say someone who from outside Africa want to invest in Africa, and the other way. So this is how we do it.
Wonderful. That is very, very interesting. For anyone from diaspora who would like to invest in Rwanda, please reach out to African Investment Portal, and they'll be very, very happy to help you identify some of the profitable businesses on the market, or any other market on the continent that you'd be interested in. Reach out to them, and we'll be happy to work with you. Let's spin the wheel for another round of questions. You got 5, 6, you got 9. Wonderful. Can you share with me, how does it feel to be an entrepreneur?
So it is this mixture of feelings. It is like a roller coaster, you understand? So it is like feelings are really different. Today you may feel like you are so very energetic. Tomorrow you feel like now you're due to what you are facing and everything. But I think it is a very interesting journey, which really worthwhile to experience. It is something really, you feel like you have adrenaline to face all those challenges, to face a challenge, find a solution, face a challenge, find a solution. It's not something easy, but I think it is something that really worthwhile to do.
Interesting. That is beautiful. And your company, you act as one-stop center for a lot of services and information you provide when it comes to investment on the continent. Can you share with us what are the most consumed services and that contribute a lot to your revenue stream?
Yeah, most of our clients, they are reluctant when it comes to risk. So most of them, they are mostly, they choose to invest where the risk is not high, for instance, in properties. So we have some clients who say, okay, I think the best way would be to invest in real estate, so where they feel like though they may not, let's say, lose everything.
Yeah.
We have market fluctuation, of course, but at least they know chances are that they are going to get back the investment plus the profit. So it is secured. So most of our clients, this is where they want to be. But when you look at the situation, the market in general, I think we need also to go beyond that. So we cannot, as entrepreneurs or investors, cannot only look at where we are facing almost zero risks. So it means we need also to look at other opportunities around, though they may be attached to some risks. But again, those risks, it is something that, as we say, higher is the risk, and also higher will be the return. So this is something that we are working on to make sure that people are not only focusing on that, they also need to focus in other sectors which really need to get our attention, like manufacturing. So the reason why we are pushing for manufacturing, I don't know, I believe that you are aware about AFFTA, that started this year. So people need to start, think about how they're going to benefit from it. So, and we believe the best way is to start knowing how to deal with it by investing, like do something made in Africa. Because of course, if you are someone who is bringing stuff from China, so if you are not going to get incentives from given by AFFTA. So it means for all that to happen, we need to work on that to make sure that manufacturing is done by Africans. We are focusing on that. Rwanda, we push for that. Of course, at the same time, we are pushing for FDIs, because foreign direct investment is also something which is key. The good thing, it helps quickly to create jobs and everything. But at the same time, without forgetting also the other side, for those people who want also to be newcomers on the market. So we try to balance the two and see how to move forward.
And talking about the AFCFTA, what are like the opportunities that come with the African Continental Free Trade Area that you are also leveraging to serve and enable investment in other African continents? Can you share on that?
Yes. So you see, when you look at intra-Africa trade, we are really doing very bad compared to other continental intra-continental trade. So as we are about 16%, it is very less. So the point is to make sure that we help entrepreneurs and investors and Africans in general to trade between them. So it means by doing that, what do we need? We need to have as many locally made product as possible, so that we start with that. We manufacture here, then we exchange between us, so that because we have a lot of incentive that will come up. Of course, we have what let's say, for example, East African Community is giving. We have how do you say that? Other regional blocks are providing, but also we have that big one for AFCFTA, which is the Africans, and I think it is doing good. It is doing good. So we are championing it, though we are not seeing. It's not something that it will be done only by like people like us. We are expecting much to be done by, let's say, RDB and the Minister of Finance to show how the incentive will be, how will be, let's say, taxation. If we have East African, we have other economic blocks. How, and AFCFTA, how did that? It is a lot of lecture that need to be done for people to know. So we have RRA that have to be involved, private sector. So we expect everyone to play his role, so that together we can leverage on that.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a lot of efforts that are currently undergoing, and there are also some processes in place and procedures to boost that. I'm super excited more about the next coming years, how all the countries on the continent we can start benefiting from all the agreements that has been signed in the AFCFTA, and how business can also leverage that as they're thinking about going. And my follow-up question is, let's say, for example, I'm an investor. I'm in, let's say, Oman, Qatar, or Nigeria, right? And I'm looking at opportunities maybe in Rwanda or Congo or Uganda. What's like the African investment portal? What's like your due diligence process, and how long does it usually take for me to find opportunities in any country I'm interested in?
Okay, that's a very good question. So basically, what we do, we have a pool of experts that
Yeah.
way. So it means we have someone who is dedicated in IT. By IT, I mean artificial intelligence, internet in general. So everything coming up in IT, we have someone specialized in finance, someone specialized in agriculture, health sector. To do what? To make sure that they are getting the latest business opportunity possible. Then from there, it means we compile the information, we work on that, so we document the information. So now it means it's not like someone comes, then we sit and look for opportunities after. It means we first have
a pool of
opportunities that we already identified, then and documented. Then after sitting with someone, knowing exactly area that you want to invest in, the budget that he has and everything, then we say, okay, we are proposing 2 or 3 businesses for him to choose. So this is how it works. It means we spend a lot of time. It requires a lot of work to be done. It is a very time-consuming activity, but this is what we have to do, because we need to make sure that we have everything already for someone who come only and choose from what we have. That is the first thing. The other thing is maybe something that I didn't mention. We have 2 activities that we do. The number 1 activity is that's one for identifying business for investment. The second one is we do local support. It means someone is not here, but he wants support. Let's say this it happened a lot during the pandemic when we were in the lockdown. So it means someone, he's not in Rwanda, but he's in XY reasons, he cannot make it to come here. So we help those people if he want to get to secure, let's say, some documentation here. He want to get some licenses here. So we help also those people. Someone can be in Europe, he want to get some documentation. I mean, in Congo, he want to register a company in Congo. We do that for them. So you may feel like the registration, it is something which is a process which is not very complicated because it is in Rwanda. But believe me, when it comes to other countries, it is definitely another story. It is a very hectic process, very expensive process. Sometimes if you don't have some connections, it takes forever. So that's the reason why we help people in different activities. So we do identify business for investors. At the same time also we do help people, I mean local assistance for those people who are not locally where they want the activity to be done.
Okay. And when you talked about challenges in other African countries, that's triggered my follow-up question. You're a Pan-African company, right? And each country on the continent has a different story and its own challenges. What are the challenges that you are facing, like linking different opportunities in different African countries and exposing all those opportunities, and how you're solving those challenges?
Yeah, so I talked about the culture. So we have, like people from Rwanda, we know how we are and everything. So we somehow we expect people to be like us, the way we are, the way we operate and everything. But it's not the case. So when you go to a country like Congo, they have their own way of working. When they get the way they come to work, when they leave, they leave confined in some countries. The person leaves work at 3 p.m. or 2. And other people, the way they are doing business, it is totally different from how we expect them to do. So it is a very big challenge for not only for us, but also for those investors. Because we have the culture, people, how they do, how they understand the mindset and everything. So all those differences are kind of challenges, because you send someone an email, just to answer an email, it takes like a week. Yeah. We don't understand how come you are doing business with someone, you send him an email just for information or something, but it takes forever to get. So you understand that is kind of frustrating, but So this is how we try to, you know, to have the same way of operating. But it's not that easy, but we believe that thing improve as we move forward.
Wonderful. Let's spin the wheel for another round of questions. You got 5, 6, 9. What's going to be your next lucky number? You got
6.
You got 6.
Did you do 6?
Yes.
So my 4 is coming? No, 3.
You're very close to your 4.
Yeah.
You got 3. Wonderful. Can you share with me what are the things that you've learned running your company that you had no clue before starting on this journey?
I think it is to predict what will happen. So before we feel like, no, I can predict what will happen and everything. But during the journey, we realized that no, it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. So you may have the best projection, you may have the best plan, but you cannot know exactly what will happen. So the reason why I'm talking about this, it is mostly when this pandemic hit. So no one was expecting it. Mm. So in our plans and everything, no one was expecting the pandemic to be part of our life. So it means something that you feel like you have control on things, but yet nothing. So it means you need to have this capacity to adapt quickly. Yeah. So adapt quickly and the resilience. Resilience is also a very key factor, I think, during this kind of entrepreneurship journey, because you need to make sure that how I'm going to adapt to the situation. As the situation changes, how are you adapting to the situation? Mm. And be resilient enough to make sure that you are not giving up, to make sure that you are pushing, you're doing the best that you can to keep up.
Yeah. Wonderful. And in terms of growth, what is the long-term plan of the business?
Yes, the long plan that we have, the long-term plan is, of course, though we want to explore the whole African market, we are not where we want to be, really. Mm. So it means we started with Rwanda, we helped Rwanda, so we are trying to, we started with bigger economies in Africa, like Ethiopia, Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt, and Ghana, and other bigger economies. And but the ultimate goal is to be present in all African countries, to make sure that we are serving all African countries. We are giving our services because we believe in our services. Mm. We know that our services are helping to solve some problems when it comes to job creation and those problems that we are facing as Africans. So this is the plan. This is our ultimate goal, if I can say, to make sure that our presence is in all African countries, and we are there. We are serving to everyone know that there is a company that can provide this kind of service.
Wonderful. And let me wrap up this conversation with my last question. Other than making money, running your company, connecting investors to opportunities on the continent, as a person, what are the things that drives you, the things that you're passionate about?
So making money, maybe that's one we are not there yet. So what we are doing now currently, it is we are heading to reach our to break even. Mm. So you understand that our main problem is our overheads and everything. So we try to make sure that we keep, I don't call them staff, I call them collaborators, to keep them, to make sure that, so trying to make sure that at least we are reaching that point. Then from there, the money will come after. Mm. So that's not a problem. So when you look at, you are sure about what you are providing as a service, money will come. So we are not there yet. Mm. But coming back to the question, I think entrepreneurship, this is a very interesting journey, as I said. When we wake up in the morning, we have a lot of challenges. You don't know how you're going to find a solution. So then you learn a lot. So it is, we learn every day. You don't know, today you are facing something, you learn, you find a way, you find a solution. We learn a lot. So it is a very long journey where we always learn and get to know and how to solve problems on a daily basis.
So you're passionate about learning.
So the passion is, this. The passion itself, it is, making sure that whatever happens, you are trying to get something new. Mm. because you start there. Because when you start to create a company, it means you, as I talked about freedom somewhere when you started. So it is you want to explore, you want to have this as a adrenaline of facts. Okay, how am I going to face the problem and solve the problem and everything? So you're passionate about be with people, of course, create something that benefit people, not only you as a person, but also as a community. And so the passion generally is, find a way of how you can, leverage others and be part of something big.
Wonderful. And by that, we are coming to the end of this conversation. And my guest was Jimmy Tanga, who is the founder of Africa Investment Portal. The conversation continues on social media using the hashtag 60xbusiness. Till next time, wash your hands, wear your mask, be safe. My name is Kitumaini, and you're watching KC2.